Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Wake Up Charlotte after show. Can you believe it is the first day of school for so many kids in South Carolina? I don't know if our web team can pull it up, but we did show a picture of all of our back to school photos. So we want to see yours as well. If you got a picture of the kids heading out the door this morning. Now I'm blanking on our number, and we say it a million times a day.
704-329-3600.
Thank
So
you, Ben.
send us your pics. Yeah, it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. And I said on air this morning, but yes, if you're a CMS family, no, this is not you. Don't feel like you've missed out on something. It's mainly our South Carolina counties, and then some of the counties up in the mountains as well. Watauga, Ash, Avery, I think all as well. So big morning for a lot of families. I mean, these families, for a large part, weren't in the classrooms last year, and were learning virtually. So it's a big first day for a lot of folks for a lot of reasons.
I remember going back to school. I remember my first grade. I was crying. My mother was crying. and then from that point on, it was like, I loved to be at school until I got into high school. And then it was a whole different situation. I got maybe a little bit too rowdy in high school and had to be calmed down a bit, but it was always exciting. That first day of school, just the thoughts of it. I know that a lot of concerns this year. Weather has been a concern this morning. It's fog this morning. It's not really storms, it's fog. So be careful out there. You may have to have your foghorn available today.
If you're a parent, please chime in and let us know, how did drop-off go this morning? If you already got your kids dropped off, I know a lot of parents drop them off at the school bus early, or they already have them at school, and that bell rings. I think in some schools, 7:25. My daughter starts kindergarten on Monday, so we're gearing up for that. So exciting. But everybody will be tuning in now. Larry, you will be the man of the hour, knowing how do we dress our kids to send them off to school or to wait for the school bus.
Whatever it takes. We just need people to watch it. That's why we're here to let people know. And I will say the next several days and ahead, just to be prepared, because we're going to have some rain kind of on and off especially tomorrow for back to school. Have the rain gear, the umbrellas, everything they wear today, the raincoats, whatever, little hats. I'm trying to remember what I wore back in those days. Way back in my days, we didn't have things like that. We had no raincoats. We had nothing except little plastic bags we put on our heads. That was it. Way back in those days.
Back in the day. Hey, Rubes is joining us. Yeah, Rubes is joining us. Rubes, we're talking about, school age kids. When you think about elementary school, middle school, high school, but also a number of colleges going back today as well.
Yeah, for sure. So a lot of colleges are having certain mandates in place. Johnson Smith University, specifically, you have to wear a mask on campus. The only exemption you have is if you have a religious reason or a medical reason, and if you're in a private space like your dorm room. But other than that, all faculty staff, they have to have that mask on. Vaccines, you have to have that. Same thing goes for religious reasons or medical reasons. That's your only exemption when it comes to having that COVID test. And they are doing COVID testing on campus, making sure that tests are negative, because they are wanting to avoid self-isolation and quarantine. They haven't been to school at Johnson Smith University specifically for 18 months. So this is going to be a new year for students, especially freshmen that are coming into campus. It's going to be unlike something they've ever seen before, but the goal is to keep everyone safe. Central Piedmont College also welcoming students back today. Belmont Abbey, Gardner Webb, Wingate University, their first days will be later this week, and they all have COVID requirements in place, whether it's vaccines, mandates, or that COVID testing. So, Ben, Sarah, Larry, it's sad to see that, it's going to be different, but also it's bittersweet because it's all in an effort to make sure there is no major surge or spread among all these campuses for the first time that a lot of them are getting back together.
Yeah, you see Eliza saying she dropped off her kids in Fort Mill. Felt like putting them on the Titanic, she says, because so many were unmasked. That is a big topic. Obviously, a lot of South Carolina schools, well, all of them really making it optional. In North Carolina, though, CMS, we know they have that mask mandate. Other schools, it'll be optional. And this morning we said there's still going to be some meetings taking place tonight to see what schools are going to do. So let us know what you think and how you feel about that when dropping your kids off.
Yeah, and we should say, I think Watauga County started back today, and they actually had a reversal last week, and they are requiring masks. So I think they might be the one district in our greater Charlotte, viewing area, which is rather large, that goes back today and goes back today with masks. So we'll be watching the situation up there in the mountains as well to see how that goes, because you're going to have two very different approaches. You're going to have CMS, Watauga County, other school districts as well that are requiring masks, and then you have those in South Carolina that are not going to require them.
Yeah, we've already in the first few weeks of school talked about some shutdowns in Gastonia. We know that over 100 kids tested positive. So we'll of course keep track of all this. Continue to let us know what you think as you send your kids back to school. And again, as the kids head out the door, send us your photos. 704-329-3600. Did I get it right, Ben?
You got it right.
Perfect.
Yay. All right. We want to see those pictures, and we hope you join us at 11:30 on your local NBC station as well. Bye, everybody.
See you then.